Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons. So before we actually go ahead and start up, I want to go ahead and mention that I'll be starting this episode off with a little bit of a negative note. So just want to let you all know that because of some things that I have going on within my household, depending on how they play out, could result in me not being able to continue doing YouTube in the worst case scenario. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail right now until I have better ideas to exactly how things will be playing out. But nonetheless, I figured it was something worth letting you all know about. Yes. And that if worse comes to worse, there are some things that you all can do that'll help to alleviate it and could, in the best case scenario there, result in me still being able to continue doing YouTube as if nothing had happened. And that one thing that you all can do that would help would be to become patrons. You don't have to, obviously. I'm not going to force anyone to become a patron, but it is appreciated. Like I said, if enough people do it, I could potentially continue doing YouTube as if nothing happened. I don't quite expect to hit that threshold. I honestly figure at best I'll probably only hit the threshold of being able to continue doing YouTube, but in a slightly reduced capacity. But yes. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail right now until I have better ideas to exactly how things will play out. So there is no rush to go and become a patron. When I just end up having better ideas to how things will play out, I will let you all know what is going on in more detail, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to go ahead and become a patron or just go ahead and leave it as is and hope for the best. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and continue our war with the Romulans and the Orient Free States. So, first task force is going to Gamma 400. You guys are going to be Army. The Army is... Okay, I'm trying to sneak the Army up into Beta Leonis, which I think will be fine. How do the Nausicaans feel about the Orions? Okay, they have their borders closed with the Orions. So, unless the Orions intercept my transport fleet at Qualor, I should be able to sneak it up into Beta Leonis, which would be great. First fleet is going down to Unroth. Maybe change you guys to go to Unroth. Yeah. Not a big fan of you jumping into the Alpha Ferankis system, to be honest. Damn it. Can't use the extended keys on my keyboard. I keep forgetting about that because Windows keeps fucking with shit. Honestly, I'm on the verge of needing to go and buy a new keyboard just so I can not have to deal with that crap anymore. But honestly, I don't really feel like going and buying a new keyboard because I kind of prefer my current SteelSeries Merc. But Windows wants to break shit, which honestly I'm not surprised by. Windows does seem to enjoy breaking stuff with updates. Yeah, let's go ahead and blow that up if you don't mind. And hey, you're wearing, I swear you're wearing the Discovery uniform. You aren't. This Vulcan is still wearing what he was wearing before. Or she. I'm pretty sure that's a he. Looks more like a he. And yeah, you guys just do whatever. Betazoid houses want some of my Trillium D. Sure, why not? I don't really have a reason to say no. Oh, shite. Okay. You guys are gonna have to emergency FTL out of there. Shit. Can you... I think you guys might be able to get out of there. Maybe. It'll probably be cutting it a little bit close. Go there and then jump to Pajem. Oh, but they're running around with Warp 5 themselves, so I don't know if we'll have the time to escape. Sure, you guys can have some of my root beer. I don't mind sharing. It is a little interesting though that their destroyers, or at least one of their destroyer classes, or... Oh my god, game, seriously? You have 5 fearful Trident class destroyers, but they're all completely different designs from one another because you're not upgrading them. Go, quickly, 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 before they engage. Okay, army upkeep, don't really care for that. I'll take the university complex. I think once you guys get to 80 Leonis, you're going to be kind of screwed. I don't think you're going to make it. You're going to have to emergency FTL, I think. Unless they stop following us, which is certainly a possibility. I'm not holding my breath on that one, though. I figure they're probably going to be following us. But we did get to blow up the frontier outpost there. Although it didn't do anything to the borders. So they got enough border push from these three systems to have effectively kept the borders as they were. Which is kind of annoying. Because it effectively means they didn't need the frontier outpost at Gamma 400 anymore. They just didn't bother tearing it down. Which is an issue the AI seems to have in general with Stellaris. I don't know really what the deal is, but yes, for some reason the AI always seems to struggle with that. Okay, we are occupying one of their planets because, the Benzite Commonwealth are doing it. I think it's a bit of a, well, theoretically there could be a bit of a fight going on in the Ramai system. It's just not really happening. Also, we've got... No, I don't think they're all from... I don't think these are ships from different eras. I know the Romulans do actually have different eras, though. I think in this case they are all actually from the same era, for the most part at least. Your transport ships look kind of funky to me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Are we even taking the Unroth system? We are. Okay, and we are taking Shaltok as well. So let's go and send you all, if you don't mind, to... You can't jump there. It is like literally just outside of our jump range. I mean, theoretically, you guys could make it. Realistically, you can't. So, okay, I guess we're just gonna have to jump to the Turek system. That's fine. Theoretically, if the Romulans have good warp drives, they can probably jump a navy from Shaltok to Unroth to take it back. Which is going to be annoying if they do. So hopefully they won't. I can go ahead and start integrating you guys, theoretically. But I need more influence. Because it's going to cost me 10 a month. For how long? For 29 months. Damn. That seems like it's going to take quite a while. I would prefer to integrate you guys the old-fashioned way, though, if I'm going to be completely honest. The Bajorans have opened their borders to us. Well, gee, Bajorans, thanks. That is so helpful. Not really. Let's go and get the game up to 3-speed. So, I assume the friendly fleet probably got destroyed. Okay, we got battleships. Wonderful. Now, game, if you could be so kind as to give me better warp drives, that would be great. What field were the warp drives in? I presume they're in physics. But it's been so long now since we researched the warp drive. Yes, they are in physics. So, game, specifically you, Namar Javkek, it'd be great if you could give me something useful. Please. Don't really care for those. Let's go for the advanced battle cruiser prototype, apparently. So this is our battleship, the Galaxy class. For some reason the game didn't know what it wanted to equip it with. No to the Deuteronium fuel tanks game. We've been over this before. I don't care for them. I'll probably go and slap a couple of these battleship or these Galaxy classes into our fleet. eventually, not right this second. And the game, of course, for some reason doesn't... Okay, well, I guess because it can't power that. I guess I can understand it in that scenario, game. But you seem to have struggled to understand to give EPS Relay 2 to any of the other ones that can afford it. The Galaxy can't, though. Oh, it's probably partly because the Galaxy isn't being equipped with the Warp 5 engine. Thank you, game. I just remembered that. You're wanting to equip all of our ships with the Koleopetric Warp engine, which, you know, I'm fine with, to a degree. It's not really what I want them running around with, though if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I kind of would also prefer the battle bridge if I'm going to be completely honest. And it doesn't use any power. Well, isn't that just grand? So in theory, I could slap you with an M5 computer. Which again has a base chance to hit that's lower than the Deutronic computer. But it has double the tracking. Which tracking negates evasion. So, I mean, it's kind of evens out, really, I guess. Are the Romulans equipped with a lot of evasion? Let's check that. You have 27.2 on your battle... Oh, you got battle cruisers. Oh, scary. You are 50% plus. We didn't have any problems beating the crap out of you before, though, so I imagine we'll probably be fine. I do want the battle bridge, though, and... that, and apparently I forgot to actually save after giving you guys this stuff, so yeah. Oh, and the photonic torpedoes, if you don't mind, game. Or, well, the photon torpedoes, not photonic. Oh. Okay, game, whatever you say. And yes, that's very expensive. And we're already over our naval capacity cap anyway, so there's no point in me adding those guys to our fleet right now. Oh, don't worry, my human friend leading the first task force. You'll get to do something eventually. Let's go to New Romulus. You guys make your way up here. Really? You gotta blow up the mining station? What did it ever do to you? Besides exist? Which I don't think is really valid reason to kill it. Your transport ship looked different. Were those other transport ships I was seeing from the Garidian Republic, whatever their name was? Maybe. Because they were white. And the one I just saw were green. Yes, that must be it. These must be from the Garidian Republic. But then that would mean that you kept these guys in space the entire time, which I have a hard time believing the AI would do something like that. I don't know why I have a hard time believing that the AI would do something like that, but I do have a hard time believing it. And Jonathan Esteban, you are 77, so you'll probably croak before we have the opportunity to really use you. Do I want to go and take our Vulcan friend? I think that's going to be my best bet, actually, is to take our Vulcan friend. Well, one of our Vulcan friends. We got a couple of Vulcan friends. Definitely don't want May Carter because she is nervous, which honestly I find kind of silly, considering she was the one apparently that designed us our TOS-era ships. But apparently she's nervous, and so that would decrease our naval capacity, which we're already over. And so we'd be bleeding energy credits even faster if she got the job. So we're going to make sure she doesn't get the job by saying, screw it, Savick, lucky little you get to become our preferred candidate for victory. Ooh. Oh, never mind, they're going to Romulus. where we have a lot of ships. I mean, a lot of fleets. Look at that. 48 assault armies from the Benzite. And there they go, landing on Remus. They haven't taken Romulus, though. No, I'd rather you guys become my vassal, so I'm going to decline to even present your offer to the Federation, or, well, the Coalition, rather. Damn it, game! I said it before and I'll say it again. I need a better warp engine. I'll take the better physics lab, though. Because it's helpful, but it's not really what I want. Oh. Never mind, the enemy wasn't going to Romulus. I thought they were. Turns out, the Romulans don't care about losing Remus. So, okay, yep, Savic 1 means we have a science ship now without a leader. And, oh, hey, Jonathan Esteban, you can go and do your job again. Or go and assist research on Axanar. Review Benzites. Don't want to review the Benzites? Yeah, we'll review the Benzites. Actually, first things first. A nation of Tureks. I'm going to go ahead and integrate you. Don't worry. It'll be fine. You'll live. Probably. Federation-wide research. Do we have any... nope. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, I could react to a galactic conflict. I could certainly use the extra influence because I am integrating a vassal right now. So let's go ahead and condemn the Zoltechnocracy and the Borg. Condemning both because they're so far away that it doesn't really matter. They won't do anything about it. Why the cost of subject integration go down, I don't know. Yeah, those are green. I really don't know what the deal is with the other ones being white. Because I don't think transport ship designs change much, and when they do, it's normally the design itself, not the color, that changes. And where's this other system? Oh! Down there, I forgot. The other one's an Orion. That's fine. Okay, we'll go and take the Orion one. But first things first, First Fleet, if you don't mind, go and destroy that Romulan fleet. I think you guys got it. They got a battle cruiser, but so do we. In fact, we have the Yamato, so clearly we're better. Although it's not a space battleship, it's a space battle cruiser, but close enough. Actually, go blow that up. That way they don't get another Diedrich's class. Good job, guys. They fled. Haha! We have struck fear into the hearts of Romulans everywhere because they ran with their tails between their legs. Which, admittedly, I find kind of funny because I don't really think Romulans typically run much when we see them. But nonetheless. What? Voyager? What's going on? Oh. I could have sworn I'd already told you to stop auto-exploring, but apparently I must not have. I must have shift-clicked for you to go and support Axanar in his research project. The hell did they try to invade with? I don't know, it's not going to tell me what their thing was, but I imagine they didn't have very many ships. Now we should win this, although I do expect to take some damage and possibly some losses. Oh, we are doing quite a bit of damage. Oh, A bold new era. Looks like we're going into the TNG era now. We're just kind of racing through these eras, apparently. And TNG's the last one. Technically, the mod, I believe, is planning to add in a TNG Plus era. But as it stands right now, it is, yeah, just TNG era. So, advances in material sciences coupled with the maturation of Starfleet's exploration mission has resulted in a new generation of starship designs. Sharp lines have been replaced with graceful curves, while space for families and civilian activities has grown substantially. While the United Federation of Planets has not left its defensive technologies behind, the presence of a United Federation of Planets starship is considered a blessing to the majority of its neighbors, except the Romulans. They're probably not really considering this a blessing. The test platform for these new designs, the patrol frigate USS Buron, is now released for standard duties alongside our commanding officer, Captain Satelek. So Captain Satelek takes command of the USS Buron. Which, I kind of sort of don't see. There we go. Had to unpause. So, I do want to go ahead and mention, I'm pretty sure that's just a Miranda class. So you need to be swapped out. You're not a Miranda. Also, that just looks weird. Why is it a Miranda class patrol frigate and we can't even build those? What are you equipped with weapons-wise? Literally crap. You can't be used. There. Swap you out for the Saladin, although, admittedly, that's no longer the Saladin class either, I believe. Actually, yeah, I don't need you. Sorry, my Vulcan friend, but you're losing your ship. You're going to be taking over the job of our human friend, who's going to be getting fired now as well. Because we don't really need him anymore. Because now he's been replaced with somebody better. So let's go back to ship designer. Whoops, ship designer. So you are still the Excelsior. You have not changed. We now have the Intrepid. I believe this is the Akira or something like that. So you have the Intrepid. We could theoretically build a Voyager, like an actual Voyager, not a science ship called the Voyager. We have our Galaxy. The galaxy that we all actually recognize. You need to be renamed. I'm pretty sure all these need to be renamed. Especially you. You are definitely not a Constitution class. I don't think we get any Constitution classes anymore, sadly. I think we're all out of Constitution classes. Did we take any losses there? I don't think we did. Nope, no losses, and not a whole lot of damage either. Wow, these Romulans suck at fighting. Holy crap. I don't have time for your migration treaties, people. We are busy fighting a war for the... not really for the survival of our people, because we're pretty handily beating the crap out of them, if we're going to be honest. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and win this by just beating the crap out of the Romulans. That'll be good enough, eventually. Eventually, the Orions will be forced to give up their planet as well. Yeah, we don't even have enough war score anyway to take it. Which planet? Oh. Oh! The sneaky Orions. They decided to sneak on down here. To take the Unroth system away from me. Those bastards. Can I get some transport fleets, guys? That'd be grand. I'm gonna wait for you to fail. Once you fail your invasion. Oh, you're not gonna be doing your invasion? Really? It looks like they're gonna hold off on their invasion, surprisingly. I don't care for ship upgrade cost game. That's not a particularly big issue. Don't we already have the PKX Pergium reactor? Or am I... No. I'm thinking of my... whatchamacallit, my Borg stream that I did. So you have some better physics labs. Not really that helpful, but it'll help a little. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Ferengi on that. How about no? If I've got to be honest with you, game, I'd rather put the Ferengi on a mineral, or excuse me, an energy tile. You don't have a job. Let's get you a job. You know, I kind of wish I had the Ticking War Square mod enabled. It'd have been helpful. It really would be. So are you guys gonna invade? No. Fine. I'll blow you up. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna want to jump from an area where it's not gonna take very long for us to get to them. So jump to Romai, then jump down to... Okay, never mind. Looks like I don't need you to. You know what? The AI seems to be doing a decent job of going around and taking planets. Where the hell are you guys? Way up there. We greet you in peace. We'll never be talking. You know what? I think I'm going to send the first fleet. I'm going to let the AI, because it seems to be doing a decent job dealing with the Romulans. I presume in part due to the... Ooh, they decided to land. That was a bad idea. Yeah, we're gonna go and actually, I think, go and beat the crap out of the Orions. I think that's more practical. Yeah. Wonderful. I don't think that really gave us much. Yeah, they didn't give us anything. We get nothing for ground combat. And the star of Tetrix is too damn bright. Army damage, that'd be nice. So, battlecruiser. Now I have... got 2 long-range artillery options. Interesting. And 2 torpedo boat options. Again, interesting. Not sure what the deal is there, though, honestly. I think we had you and you. I think these are the 2 we had. I think these are the 2 new ones. So these are blue for light cannons. Don't really care. I could go ahead with that. Or I could go with torpedo boats. Or, hell, I could go with an Intrepid. Which one do you think is better, game? In terms of overall damage per tick. It looks like you consider the Intrepid to be the better overall in terms of damage. I can see where that's coming from. I do have some issues with your design decisions, however. Namely, your issue of not putting in EPS relays. Yeah, you know, we're gonna go in and set up an Intrepid design. So now we have the Excelsior and the Intrepid. Good job, guys. Now, I'd love it if our AI friends could go and deal with Unroth, because I'm going to go ahead and deal with Akali. So you guys better make sure that we don't lose the Turek system, New Romulus, because I am done dealing with it. And the game seems to be having some problems drawing the fact that this system is occupied by two very different powers. We still have the influence, so let's go ahead and do some high-intensity negotiations with the Benzites. Admittedly, it's not much help, but hey, it's something. You know what? I'm going to send the first task force up there. Admittedly, they're probably going to land and take the... Wow, that's a lot of militias. A lot of Romulan militias that are going to defend New Romulus for the Federation. Sounds weird to say, to be honest. Yeah, you guys have a little ways to go. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do with you guys. Oh, apparently the game says I could go and slap armor plating on you. If I do what, game? Oh, if I swap out the reactor to put it in the science slot rather than the engineering slot. Yeah, how about no? I want you guys to go and defend New Romulus with your lives. Preferably you won't die, but hey, I don't really have a lot of control in that regard, so you may or may not end up dead. Deep strike photon torpedoes. These are only able to be put on heavy torpedo slots, however. Still helpful, but deep space stations. We already have a deep space station. Just want to check on something. Because we are running an older version of the mod, but... Did we... But it's a different deep space station style thing. It must be. Because yeah, we already have the ability to build it. We haven't even researched this. Ah. I think I know what it is. This deep space station is a station layout similar to the defense platforms kind of thing, I think. And so this is an actual pure defensive structure with the same name as the habitat that we have. That's my guess. I kind of want to go for the deep strike photon torpedoes, though admittedly, I don't think I have any designs that are running around with heavy... Ah, well, I stand corrected. I kind of forgot about you, didn't I? Oh, also, I kind of sort of forgot about that as well. Technically, you need to be like that. And I think you guys have the power to do that. Wonderful. Yes, our galaxy will get the deep strike torpedoes. Maybe, depending on what it decides to do. I think they're better. 170 to 708. Yeah. They're better. Oh, hell of a lot better. And they got more range. Yeah, we'll be fine. I do need to set up a sector, though, because now we're losing a lot more money as a result of this. And no, again, that's not going to be called that. It's the Turek's sector, and yes, I know it doesn't hold Turix yet, but it will. Oh, and we just got a new faction. Just what I wanted. Can you guys beat those two? I think you can. I think they only landed to avoid our fleet, although they probably could have escaped. Creto colonies. For some reason I can't actually see you. I guess you're not transmitting visual. You want some of my root beer? Why does everyone want my root beer? But sure. Apparently people love root beer. Specifically ours. Let's go ahead. I'll pay for the upgrades and building of spaceports around the nation of Turix stuff. It's got some nice looking Romulan spaceports. Although, game... Oh, never mind. Okay, it's plasma disruptors, but the game uses the symbol for kinetic weapons. You want something that gives you extra food. I mean, I guess I can do that. I've got 2, and it doesn't stack, sadly. Good, you guys actually managed to defeat that. I was a little surprised. Oh, God, now I have a bunch of ships that I don't care for, so let's go ahead and blow up a bunch of these ships that we just got. What are you doing, and why aren't you doing your actual job? Assist research. You guys are pissed. Oh yes, because you still all have the Romulan traits, because apparently the nation of Turix failed miserably to swap out your ethics attraction. Well, isn't that just grand? Hell, it failed to build up the world as well. I'm not surprised. The AI sucks at this stuff. Let's go for Remans, because the Remans don't seem to be as pissed at us about the Romulans. I don't actually have to do it, though. Or it doesn't matter who I go with, realistically speaking. Oh, some of you guys switch, though. It's nice. Still gonna go and have you be defended by Remans. Oh, we got humans here. Well then, you're gonna get defended by humans. Yeah, go ahead and blow that up. Let's go ahead and tell the transfer fleet to go there. We got a new reactor. Warp drive specialization, sure. I think I'll go for the military one, though. So I'm going to have to pick. We do have better reactors, so I'll go ahead and slap that on the Saladin class so they won't be using it. Can you afford that now? No, you cannot. Okay, then. And I'll rename these things. At least those that need new names. Between parts. The Intrepid. Can you afford that now? Nope, still can't, so... pretty sure the PK... Yeah, the PXK is better, and it was. Just for some reason, it's putting it in right above the carbon reaction reactor, even though it should be below it, because that's just the way the game sorts better or worse. So I'm putting the better stuff at the bottom. Got a lot of fuel generators on our galaxy. Actually, you know what? I don't really care. I'm gonna give you all the, better armor. Technically, we're all supposed to be running around with the tier 4 armor. technically you should be running around with the evasion armor, but I don't really plan to use patrol frigates much. The first task force is a very temporary fleet in reality. Damn it, quit getting into fights. You guys are really beat up. Holy crap. I'd probably lose you at this point if I tell you to emergency FTL. So, oh, Bajorans, you want, sure. Association status with you is fine with me. Looks like everybody else agreed as well. Terraforming path. Didn't think this mod had terraforming. I mean, it has the button, of course, because you can't really get rid of it, but... yeah, I would prefer if you jump to safety. Oh, you guys also want a migration treaty with me? Sure! Don't really have a reason to say no. You just keep defending New Romulus. And the first task force will get reinforcements once the first fleet is able to get upgraded and repaired. And great job, guys. Still not good enough to end the war, though. So we're gonna have to keep on going. Let's go and take Orion, or rather, Vondam, because it's actually the capital of the Orion Free States within the Orion system. It's a very weird thing. Oh, I think the Soulbond just closed their borders to me. Well, ain't that just grand? Not that I really cared about the Soulbond one, because they're pretty far away. They can't really do anything to us. How are you guys doing? Okay, you've arrived. Go ahead and upgrade. That'll auto repair you as well. I tell you to go meet up with the you guys dropped all the phaser or the plasma cannons. I'm sorry, Rocketeer class? Or Racketeer, okay. I thought it was Rocketeer. I was like, what? Okay, you go and do that. You guys get up into space and head on over here, and by the time you arrive, the planet should probably be fully bombarded. First Marauder fleet, where? Oh, there. Where the hell are they going? Ooh, okay, they're heading down to Akalai. Okay, we'll deal with them again. Yes, please, the better hull armor. And what was it I just researched? Ah, yes, the Deep Strike Torpedo for the Galaxy. Galaxy, got a present for you. Deep Strike Torpedo. Enjoy. Looks like I'm gonna have to swap out one of those fuel generators again, though. Unless I could get a better warp engine game. That'd be grand. Not kidding when I say that. Yeah. We got a lot of blind space within our... Yeah, yes. Research agreement, yes. No. You gotta give me something if you want the research agreement. I'm sorry, guys, that's just the way we play this game. So this is the fleet I like to call the Hodgepodge fleet, because it's just comprised of a bunch of different random stuff. And we'll upgrade these all eventually. Okay, and yeah, we managed to deal with all that stuff. So Benzite's low intensity negotiations, we're over 50% of the way done with them. I don't think we'll take any losses, but we are going to be hurting. That is unfortunate. That you just got arrested development. And sadly you didn't get to get to level 5 before it happened. So now you're gonna be stuck forever as a tier 4 because there's no way I can get rid of that trait for you. Sadly. Okay, now if you don't mind, go blow up that fleet. I don't even know where it was. I know we blew up another one of their fleets, a larger fleet I believe it was as well. Okay, so now we have some options. I can't do artificial singularity because we're not singularity users. Can you provide more info? Exploration is good. Tend to rely on a single powerful warp core which offers greater range and speed and can provide more power to the rest of the ship. This comes at the expense of higher costs. I recommend we opt for these engines should you wish to rely on larger ships that require a great deal of power. Combat warp engines, though, the game recommends for smaller, faster ships, saying that they operate at higher frequencies than typical warp engines, providing more responsiveness and being able to quickly warp out of combat situations. They also offer a more significant bonus to the defensive and offensive capabilities of the ship. See, we're going to be using mostly large ships. I wouldn't really say... Well, I mean, I guess they technically do rely on a greater deal of power. Yeah. Because they can equip more weapons and stuff. So yeah, we'll go for the exploration. Because it's more power. And guess what we need more of? Power. I'll take Plasma Phaser 2 then, game, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. And... great news, guys! We got better warp engines! Finally! I told you all it would happen eventually. It just took longer than it should have, if we're gonna be honest. EPS relay there, if you don't mind. And can I squeeze in a field generator? I said, can I squeeze in a field generator? No. Damn, that's a shame. Oh well, I can live. Okay, and I can squeeze in at least one field generator there. And EPS, no, can't squeeze in the EPS relay. We are literally just shy of being able to squeeze that in on our so-called Miranda class. Again, it won't be a Miranda for long. I think these are the Sabres. I think that's their name. But like I said, I'll deal with changing the names after. I'll deal with changing the names between parts. Okay, that's fine. You guys... you might be able to go and repair or upgrade real quick over there. And then head back to New Romulus before anything major happens. Come on, come on. We gotta have better... We gotta beat them. No! Crap. You guys, flee to the other side of the system. Really? We're just going to be repeating this over and over again, aren't we? I follow after you, you jump away from me. Yep. I need faster warp speed. So, I'm done dealing with that shit. We're going to jump down to the Valaka system. What do you want? Oh yes, energy credits. Thank you, I needed those. We're kind of sort of running dry on them. Now I think they'll struggle to get away. Maybe. You two merge. No, yeah, they're gonna get away. Space restaurant. Sounds sweet. Let's get it. Yes to the energy credits. Sure, whatever. Yeah. I hate the AI in Stellaris sometimes. I really do. This BS, oh, if you're gonna keep following after me, I'm just gonna keep jumping between two systems, and we'll never catch up with one another. Yeah, it gets annoying after a while. I think they might have better engines. No, they have worse engines than us. It's just gonna take us a little while. I don't know if we'll be able to jump in time. Oh, we just barely made it. A little too close for comfort, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love it if our AI friends would go down and take Unroth again for us. Are you guys bombing the world or not? Because it sure as hell didn't look like it. No, I don't think they were, actually. Okay, go ahead and attack. Sure, whatever. Okay, better haul. I don't really care too much for the personal shielding. Let's get combat speed. Well, I don't think it's actually that useful. What was it that we just... Oh, yeah, it's better haul. But it's the evasion haul. Don't care for that one game, thanks. I want the armor haul, if you don't mind. Okay, I guess one or two more planets? So... Oh, this sounds like a wonderful place to go. Let's go to Pollux. Because they have a whole bunch of planets there. They have 3 planets. By the time I take that system, the AI should be willing to surrender. Oh, and they are going to be coming after us. So... Everybody, board your vessels. I need you to jump to the Pollux system. You guys, go there first. Are they still coming after us, or are they done? Looks like they're done. Okay, so the AI should, I believe, surrender once I take both of these planets. They might even surrender after I take just one of them. And then I'll be ending this part. Yes, let's go ahead and get Pursuit of Profit. You know, one vision doesn't sound too bad. We actually have enough slots to go and take all of these. Although, admittedly, I don't really care for World Shaper. I don't really think I'll do much terraforming, especially since I believe we have one pop of pretty much every planet for the most part. One vision sounds good so long as that governing ethics attraction actually works. As far as I know, the only governing ethics attraction that actually works for some reason is empire-wide, and that's empire-wide, so in theory it should work, unless something's been messed with since then, or since I read that empire-wide is the only ethics attraction that actually works. Admittedly, I'm kind of leaning more towards galactic force projection so that I can get back under our cap, so yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. It'll help us a little bit, not a whole lot. Oh, we got 2 slots, I forgot. And you know what? I think I'll take Interstellar Dominion. I know it doesn't sound very Federation-like, but who cares? Is that? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this entire system, it looks like. for the AI to surrender. That's fine, we'll live. It just means some extra work on my part. Oh, transport ships. You guys, how are you doing? You're doing fine. Benzites, continue low intensity negotiations. Now is that good enough? Nope, still need one more planet. Means you need to go down there and blow up a whole bunch of engine or construction ships. Because the AI is not going to surrender. Because they still wouldn't accept our demands, so there's no reason for them to surrender. At least as far as the AI calculations are concerned. And you guys have to blow that up, aren't you? Oh, they just surrendered. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Oh, well, I was about to say I'm an idiot. That's not actually true. They just decided to surprise me. I don't really care for that name for you guys, I'm going to be completely honest. And demand vassalization. So, first fleet. How about you guys go to Seoul? We can celebrate yet another victory over the Romulan Star Empire. Yes, I will totally defend you from the horrors of the universe. We'll do it for 10 years. Yes, sure, we can have. So these guys are the Protective Orient Confederation. That sounds like an absolutely terrible name. But for some reason, that's their name. You want some of my raw lithium. I mean, raw lithium by itself does literally nothing, so... Oh, sure, welcome. Yeah, I'll give it to you. The version of the mod that I'm using, I'd have to actually... Well, no matter what, I'd actually have to build, the dilithium refineries, which I don't care to build. Ever. Typically, I don't have naval capacity issues. And when I do, I typically offset it by having a good economy. So, yeah. That's just the way it is for me, at least. So I typically never bother building those. Interstellar Academy. I need more energy credits, admittedly, so I'd rather you guys have those power plants instead. Mining network, yes please. You're gonna get a mining or a power plant. I was about to say a mining plant. It's not in the game, for one thing. For me to upgrade you, I need planetary capital, and I've only got planetary administration. I'll end the part once the first fleet gets to Earth. Which, in theory at least, shouldn't take too long. Photon torpedo specialization. Doesn't sound bad. Let's get it. Also, transports kind of sort of forgot to give you guys the better engines as well. So, there you go. Now you guys have better engines as well. I should have done that, because then as soon as you got off that planet, you would have been able to get to Earth much faster. Oh well. Research with the Denoblians has run out. Oh, first task force admiral, our Vulcan friend, who apparently designed our TNG era ships, has gone ahead and gotten the trait that decreases ship upkeep by 10%. Admittedly, he's in a fleet where that doesn't mean much, because that fleet doesn't really have a whole lot of ship upkeep overall, because it's patrol frigates, which aren't particularly expensive. Okay, and the game would actually prefer that I put plasma phasers, apparently, on the Galaxy class. Admittedly, we don't have the power to field that, though, without swapping out some of those field generators for Pergium reactors. That's fine, I don't mind doing that, because you actually gained quite a bit of power. Admittedly, we don't do a lot of shield damage, but you know what? The Galaxy's never going to be all by its lonesome, so it doesn't need a whole lot of shield damage. In fact, yeah, it looks like the game recommends that I put plasma phasers on all ships that have a heavy weapon slot. So we'll do that. I don't mind. Admittedly, we're going to struggle a little bit, because it means I'm not going to have many other components, because pretty much everything will have to be reactors for the secondary slot for many of these ships, at least. $38.1. Yeah, no, you're technically better with a heavy beam, apparently. And the game wants to put the titanium hull, presumably on all of our ships. Yeah. Even the big old Galaxy that wouldn't really gain much evasion for it. It would gain 6 points. But it only goes up to 7.5 then. So that's not a whole lot of help, all things considered. Where are you guys? Oh, you are in the system. Wonderful. Okay, in theory I could go and colonize another system, although I don't think there's any particularly good planets for me to colonize. No, there's actually a nice little size 22 over here. This one. But the only people that have a chance of currently colonizing it are the Andorians. And even they are below the, what is it? Yeah, the 40% needed to. So I would need at least 1 plus habitability. Well, literally anything. Just anything that gives me an extra 5 habitability to colonize that. Or I could, if given the opportunity, terraform it. If I could get extreme environmental or environment colonization techniques, I could terraform it. Unless that would give me habitability anyway. In which case, I wouldn't bother terraforming it because that's bloody expensive. You know what? I'll wait until these guys have finished upgrading. We are missing some... Oh, no, we're not. Earth is a size 23, so I only built the army to be a size 23. Yeah, I'll end the part once those guys have gotten upgraded. Admittedly, Vulcans aren't that great when it comes to working on power plants. They don't gain any bonuses from it, unlike our Ferengi friends. Oops, mining network, yes. Okay, so I have the option for high yield photon torpedoes, I don't have the option to get any additional information, though. But if I had to assume, high-yield photon torpedoes are probably heavy torpedoes, and they do more damage. They probably don't have the range of the deep strike torpedoes. They just have the extra damage. Admittedly, I don't have very many ship classes that can utilize that. And those that can, the deep strike torpedoes are probably better. Or I can go with the rapid fire photon torpedoes, which the vast majority of our ships are equipped with light torpedo slots. And I presume that the rapid fire are probably light torpedoes. And so if I had to pick, more of my ships could take advantage of the rapid fire than could take advantage of the high yield. And like I said, I don't know for certain, but I don't think the high yield are probably better than the deep strike. So I'd kind of prefer the deep strike if I had to pick in that scenario. So yeah, I think we're going to go for the rapid fire photon torpedoes. Hopefully I am right. Hopefully they are indeed a... Looks like they are. Yes, rapid fire are indeed a light torpedo. Now, the main issue comes in, do I even have the power? Yes, I do, because they're actually cheaper in terms of power. But did the game no, the game does not recommend using them. Which is weird, because they do actually do more damage. If we look at the damage, sort of per tick thing here, we're currently 11.45 on the Saladin class patrol frigate, with the standard light photon torpedo 2. If I equip it swap it out for a rapid fire photon torpedo, it goes up to 11.62. So technically speaking, the rapid fire photon torpedoes, excuse me, use less power, same cost, they do less damage per, but they fire faster and have all the other same benefits. Ah, but they have a little bit less range. Not that that's a big deal, because you guys are currently set to just sort of charge on into the enemy and fight in a giant blob. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and swap out all of our stuff for the, at least those that we can, for the rapid fire. Because they are, technically speaking, better. Oh, I thought the Intrepid had heavy slots, but no, it's just the Galaxy that has the heavies. Okay, that's fine. And go ahead and let you guys run for a little bit longer. I might have to tell you guys to upgrade again. We'll see. No, you guys still took those upgrades into effect. And yes, we still have some of our TOS era Constitution classes. Oh, that apparently put me into a deficit. Well, we'll have to deal with that now, won't we? But nonetheless, so that's going to be it for this part. I'll see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.